this posture from a seated position. So tighten your lower abdominal muscles. Inhale, raise your legs and your arms at the same time. When I say raise your arms, not all the way overhead, just in front of you. Ready? Inhale. Now we can all stay at whatever position we are at today.
Bingo. Good shot.
Exhale and release. As long as you use your lower abdominal muscles, you're safe. This also helps strengthen the back. So remember, make sure that you know which muscles you're using. It's important to know what you're doing. There's no point going into a very deep stretch, but you're not sure, you're going to hurt yourself. And there's no point suffering through a stretch if you don't know how it's going to help you. So as long as you're aware, we're there. Let's go into Baddha Kona. Baddha Kona is a cobbler posture. And Tony, you might want a brick. You have your block with you?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is fold your feet, place the soles of your feet together. It's a very simple posture to get into, but it's very intense at the same time. It just gives us a wonderful, wonderful pelvic stretch. And if you notice, I love this posture. Have you noticed that when we are able to get into a posture comfortably, we end up really liking it very much? This is my favorite posture. I'm very comfortable. And we're going to try and bring our knees down as much as we can so you get a wonderful pelvic stretch. Clasp your feet with your hands. Exhale, fold forward.
Get it.
I believe we have another 2 minutes. Inhale, let's come up. And we're going to go directly into Malasana. Mala is a seated squat. Mala is garland. Come up on your haunches. Is that what it's called? On your haunches, right? Yeah, we come in a seated squat. Push your knees out. You can sit on the brick if you want, Tony. That's fine. Push your knees out. Place your hands, palms in front of your chest in a namaste. Hold the posture, not your breath. This is a moment to relax. Let's release, extend our legs out in front of us. This time what we're going to do, keep our feet flexed. Take both our hands to the right side, exhale, and try to dip our head, our forehead to the ground. Keep the left side of your butt on the floor. Inhale, let's come up and let's try the other side. Take your hands to the left, exhale, go down. Inhale, come up. It doesn't matter if your forehead doesn't touch the ground. If it does, like Diana's does, that's wonderful. My forehead doesn't touch the ground yet, but I feel good. I feel a wonderful stretch in the side of my obliques. Let's come in prone position. We are going to go into two prone, Bhujang, the cobra is the last one. And you're in prone position with your palms below your shoulders. Your chin is to the ground. Bhujang, the cobra is the only one where your forehead is on the ground. The chin is on the ground. Curl your toes in and very gently raise your butt off the floor, which means you have to glide your knees closer to your chest. Raise your butt. Keep inhaling. And hold. This is Ashtanga Namaskara. Ashtanga, Ashtanga. 8 limbs touch the ground. Your chin, chest, 2 hands, your 2 knees, and your ankles. That's 8 limbs. Exhale and release and glide the torso off of the ground. Heel your body up, uncurl your toes. Come up in Cobra. Hold. Make sure your lower back muscles are nice and tight. Exhale, release. Place your forehead on the ground and relax. We're going to continue stretching into the postures that come after Cobra, but we have finished the sequence for today. We will finish the last 12 postures tomorrow. We're going to place the thumb inside your palm, fold your 4 fingers over your thumb, and place it in your pelvic region just to protect your pelvic bone. And we're going to go, keep your chin on the floor. We're going to exhale and peel our knees off the ground. Keep your chest down. Keep breathing. Exhale, release. Okay. Extend your arms out in front of you. And feel free to continue to stretch. I just want to do a little bit of a closing announcement. Those of you who would like to participate, remember, you can always join us. Email me or go to www.mnn.org. Thank you, Diana, Tony, Danny, Shanti, and who else is in the control room? George. Thank you, everyone, for being so wonderful with us. And stay with us. We will join you here every day, 1:30 in the afternoon, Mondays through Fridays. Thank you. Oh, that feels good, too.
Sounds good.
Danny, are we still on air?
Yeah, is that a ramp? Ramp!
Okay. Because we don't mind. We can keep going. Thank you, Shanti.
Thank you. That was so fun.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a real
nice.
treat.
It's a different setup to a classroom because you have to take care of a lot of other
Right.
things. But once you forget that the cameras are there, it's
So lots
wonderful.
to think about.
Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, you're
Danny,
welcome, my darling.
You
Thank
guys were
you.
so wonderful. Thank you. This is for you.
Thank you,
and
Danny.
Tony, you're going to come
You're
back,
welcome.
right?
Yes,
So
I'll
I'll
be
get
back
you another
Monday.
copy next
Yes,
time.
sure. Yeah, I'll
Thank
see you
you.
Monday. You say Monday, right? I'll
Yes,
see you Monday.
yes. You're here on Monday.
Next
Can you
Wonderful.
afford to give them away?
Yes, because this is my thing is getting the word out there.
I'll
Yes,
take
so
some
I'll do
classes
whatever it
before
takes.
I come, so I'll be more flexible. A little bit more
Don't do
gracious.
that. No, you know the technique now. Basically, just tighten your core and just follow these stretches. You just follow. You don't have to. I mean.
No, these are not anti-skip, but I'm just saying. As you go.
You might be better off taking it off.
We're at
After
40
that,
seconds.
Yeah, you'll start warming up. We might go for the arthritis series. We might go for the arthritis series. It'll help your knee. So let's do that.
Which page is that?
That's the third card. It'll say arthritis. Yoga for that one. The first one actually on the list. So that's the one. Because we won't do more than 20 postures maximum. And I have sort of a simple explanation on the back, which is how I
I
introduce
saw
it.
that. It's very interesting.
I just keep it very basic. So from the medical perspective, you're going to talk to it, when we get into the interview. And also today, you can also help add to it. I'll just prompt you. Can you add something? I think I better introduce you as Dr. Padmini Murthy anyway, because they want to know what is, now they'll want to know why I'm asking you. Oh, wow, okay. Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. In an age of rising healthcare issues and sliding wellness budgets, what we really need is preventive healthcare strategies to help us stay ahead of ourselves. What we need is 48 Plus. 48 Plus is an organic sequence of simple, ailment-specific stretches that target major muscles, glands, and organs in under 20 minutes a day to address 8 common ailments. We at Yogaxpress would like to help you do just that. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. on MNN3. That's Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. So if you'd like to be part of this yoga health movement, come stretch with us. Visit my website, www.yogaexpress.com, or my blog, yogaexpress.blogspot.com, to get a feel for the content of our program. Today, I would like to introduce you to 2 wonderful guests who came at very short notice. In fact, Dr. Padmini Murthy, to my immediate left, has just come back from a conference in Europe. And Josiane Hurd, she came at a half-hour notice in spite of having hurt her knee. So Josiane, we're going to be very careful. Make sure that you don't hurt yourself any further. I hope this injury was not because of yoga, correct?
No.
I'm so glad to hear that. On the contrary, we are hoping by focusing on the arthritis sequence. We are hoping Josiane will find some relief today. And Dr. Murthy will be our special guest on August 16th at the next shoot, a few weeks from now, and she will address from a medical perspective what these stretches can do for us. Let me also introduce our back office folks. In the control room, we have Dean Loren, Paul Chipkin, Danny Darrow, Sen Pacia, and George Sotorelis. Thank you very much. And our camera people, we have our interns, Takia Rackley and her twin sister, Tenise Rackley. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Banu Suresh. This is Yogaxpress. Dr. Murthy, can I have you just say a couple of words? You have about 20, 30 seconds, and that can be a long 20 seconds. Would you tell us exactly what you do?
Thank you so much, Ms. Suresh. It's really nice.
Banu was fine.
Banu, thank you for having me on the show. Basically, what do I do? I'm a physician, but women's health is my passion. And I think yoga is really a great way because not only does it make you physically fit, but it empowers you. So that's the whole point, because to cope with all the stresses, not only do we need to be physically fit, but we also need to be mentally very alert. And I think yoga is something which can really help us, and it releases the endorphins, which we really need.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. That's a wonderful, wonderful endorsement. So when we actually stretch, we are releasing those wonderful feel-good juices. And it's a little different to the adrenaline. Adrenaline gives us this rush, which disappears very soon, right? Endorphins stay with us for a while.
Endorphins, and the thing about endorphins is they're like kind of mood stimulators. So you don't need to like drink or smoke or something. This is so much healthier and better.
It's a healthful addiction, right?
Absolutely.
Well, welcome to the show. I'm so very happy you could make time to be with us. Josiane, tell us a little bit about how you hurt your knee. I'm really concerned, and I hope this session will help.
It's due to the air conditioning, unfortunately. I was stretching when the room was too cold.
Oh my.
And I didn't realize it, that I went too far. It happened.
You hadn't warmed up before you got into your stretches.
I always sit on a chair with my knees bent like this. I'm used to it.
Oh, right,
The room was so cold that my body
you
was
froze.
cold.
Well, we're going to help thaw you out. So let's do that. Let's stand up and get into the arthritis sequence for today. For our viewers out there, please feel free to join us. We are going to try and stretch. And we're going to stand up. So camera folks, if you want to get us as we're standing, I think Josiane is the tallest. So if you can get Josiane, we both are fine. Padmini and I are fine. So let's stand. Let's stagger a little bit. Padmini, if you'd like to come forward, Josiane and I will stagger a little bit to the back. And no, just keep your feet together, your heels together, toes slightly apart. We're going to talk about Padmini's book in a couple of weeks, Women's Global Health and Human Rights. A couple of weeks. I'm going to keep that under the wraps for now. Let's keep our heels together, toes slightly apart, palms by the side of your thighs, and firm your core muscles. The core muscles are your lower abdominal muscles, your upper abdominal muscles, and your buttock muscles, your gluteals. So what you want to do is keep yourself nice and tight so we don't hurt ourselves. So let's keep our palms by our side, heels together, toes slightly apart. We're going to do a lot of knee benders today. Actually, before we even do that, you need to understand how arthritis occurs. I have a doctor here in front of me, so I better not make a mistake. As far as I understand from my research, arthritis is inflammation of weight-bearing joints, such as the knees, ankles, the spine, and we're going to focus on the knees today for Josiane's benefit and for everyone else's benefit out there. And it becomes apparent in the form of infection, injury, wear, and tear. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's inflammation, and not only your weight-bearing joints, Banu, it can also affect the small joints.
Right, okay.
That's
right, when you're sitting on the computer.
Wrists. Yeah. And the other thing is there are like certain ethnicities which are more prone because Asian, small-boned women. So, in addition to taking your calcium supplements, you also need to really make sure that you're doing enough to slow down the bone loss. So exercise is a great way to go.
Fantastic, and we get a synovial fluid moving around as well. Okay, let's do that. Let's inhale deeply. And as we exhale, we're going to raise our arms up to shoulder height, and we're going to bend. Bend down on our knees and sit as if we're sitting on a chair, an imaginary chair. Let's inhale. Raise your arms. Keep exhaling as we go down. Remember the little trick. Let's hold it here. When I say hold, I mean hold the posture, not your breath. And remember, for those of you at home, if you recall any of our previous episodes, whenever we go down, we exhale. We inhale as we come up, exhale when we go down. Let's inhale and come up. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Now let's turn sideways to our left. Let's turn, so Josiane, you turn that side. We'll all turn to our left. Keep our legs outstretched about 2 to 3 feet apart. Put your brakes on the left leg and turn your right foot out just a little bit. Now inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to take our arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. And after we get our arms up to shoulder height, we're going to bend the right knee and exhale. Let's inhale. Inhale. Exhale as we bend the right knee. Let's hold. I'm exhaling loudly in Ujjayi breath to indicate to you that that's when you exhale. Those of you at home who are not familiar with Ujjayi breath, we will have a breathing sequence, and we'll focus on that technique later. Inhale, let's come up. Release the knee. Turn the right foot in. Put your brakes on in the right leg. Turn your left foot out just a little bit. This time we're going to face away from the camera. We're going to exhale. Keep our arms up at shoulder height and exhale as we bend our left knee. Look to the left. Look to the tip of your left palm. Inhale, let's come up. Now, we're going to turn. Again, turn your left foot in, turn your right foot out. Once again, this is a strength. This is a test of our arm strength as well. Keep your arms up. This time we're going to exhale, and as we exhale and bend the right knee, we're going to bring our right arm down, take our left arm all the way overhead. Let's try that one more time. Our arms are up at shoulder height. We've inhaled. We're going to exhale. Exhale. Bend your right knee. Keep exhaling and take your right arm all the way down in front of your right foot or your right ankle. Bend your right knee as much as you can. And Josiane, just do as far as you can go today. I think it's your right knee. That's good. Let's hold. Inhale, straighten your right knee. Bring your arms up to shoulder height. Inhale, straighten your right knee. Put the brakes on in your right foot with your right foot. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot out. This time we're going to exhale and bend the left knee. And I'm going to just straddle a little bit this way so you can actually watch at home. Exhale. Now let's keep exhaling. Take the left arm down all the way in front of the left ankle. Take your right arm up and look up at the right hand. Try your best if you can, for those of you at home, if you cannot see how we are positioned, those of you at home, try to keep your back straight. Inhale, let's come up. Straighten your left knee. And let's go, let's bring our feet together. Let's wiggle our feet together first and turn to face the camera. Those of you at home, if you're watching us, turn to face us so you can watch and stretch with us. We're going to go into a third posture. The first three, the first one we went into was Utkatasana, which is thunderbolt. Just pretend you're at home buttoning a child's shirt. So imagine, visualize in your mind's eye that you're doing something on an everyday basis. You're just doing your everyday chores. So the next posture is called Vrikshasana. Vriksh means tree. Transfer the weight to your right leg. Raise your left heel just a little bit. Turn your left knee out. Now this time, for the sake of balance, you might want to place your right hand on your hip. With your left hand, very gently raise your left foot. Try to grab hold of your left ankle. And if you can, and there's no rush, you can place your left foot at your right ankle if you wish. Place your toes on the floor. There's no need to go all the way. The idea is to get your knee joints moving. So that's what it is. Now, if you want to come up, you can try and come up all the way. And sometimes it's a little difficult to hold this posture for very long. So if you're not going to take your foot all the way up, that's fine. Keep your left foot, that's fine. Keep your left foot at the ankle. If you want to try and get a little ambitious, you can go up to the calf. I'm going to try and go up because I'm used to getting up there because only then I feel steady, otherwise I fall out of balance. And when you're ready, take both your palms together. That's okay, Padmini. Just, no, do it this way. Just hold it this way. That's fine. Keep your toes on the ground. The idea is to get the knee joints moving. And when you're ready, keep your palms together. Very gently, what we're going to do is take our hands overhead. Take your palms overhead. Now, this is called the tree posture, Vrikshasana. When you're here and you're ready and your concentration is really, really sharp, you can try closing your eyes. I'm going to try. If I fall out, I'm going to get right back in. Now, that's 2 seconds is more than enough for us today. Inhale, bring your palms back in front of your chest, very gently release your leg. Now, don't forget, you always need to balance your yoga postures on the other side. So transfer the weight on your left leg. Raise your right heel just a little bit. Now, if you wish, Padmini, that's fine where you are. You just want to make sure that you bend and unbend your knees, so that's fine. Now, Josiane, are you okay to lift that knee? That's fine where you are today because that's the knee that you've hurt, right?
This is the one.
That's the hurt knee. Okay, you want to be careful. I'm going to try and take my knee all the way up because that's the only way I can stand without falling out because I'm trying to help my left thigh goes into my right foot. My right heel tucks into my inner left thigh. And then we bring our palms in front of our chest. Inhale, gently. Focus on a point in front of you that doesn't move. Raise your arms overhead. You don't have to straighten your arms. You can just hold it right there. When you're ready and steady, try to close your eyes. Even 1 second is good. Now that felt. Inhale and exhale. Release. Hold your ankle with your right hand. Very gently release your right leg. Sometimes when you're in a posture that seems a little difficult for you, it might seem like a very long second. Even if it's just 1 second by the clock, that's all we really need. But it feels like a long second because it's a little difficult to close your eyes. What really happens when we close our eyes, we don't have a focus point.
That's right.
And that's where meditation helps. But we are not going to go into the meditative aspect. We're going to stay with the physical part of it. Let's go into the next posture. It's called Natarajasana. Nataraj is a dancer's pose. We have, in Indian culture, we have a god called Lord Shiva, and apparently this is one of his postures. So we're going to be Lord Natarajas for a while. Transfer the weight again this time to your right leg. Raise your left heel. This time, bend your left foot, left leg at the knee, and grab hold of your left ankle from behind. Now for balance, you want to place your right hand on your hip. Now you can hold on to my shoulder. So for balance, let's do that. Josiane, you're okay, right?
I'm okay.
Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get my left ankle. Yeah, hold on. Those of you at home, use a chair. Use the back of a chair. Use a table, whatever is near you. Now, inhale. Bring your right arm up. Oh, you don't want to leave that hand. That's fine. Inhale. Hold. Now, if Padmini and I were not, Padmini, if she didn't have a hand on my shoulder, I'd probably dip my torso. Josiane, if you're comfortable, exhale and go down. Let's stay where we are, Padmini.
Okay.
We don't both want to fall out. Inhale, come up, Josiane. Release. Exhale and release. Now we're going to try the other one. This time, you've hurt your knee, so I don't come. Oh, why don't we come this way? We're going to do the other leg, so just for this posture. This time, let's transfer the weight to our left leg.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you cannot bend your leg back, be careful. Don't worry about it.
I'll try.
Just make sure you just bend as much as you can. Take your arm up, that's fine.
My left foot is very weak. That's all.
No, so don't worry about it.
just try
Those
to
of you at
make it
home, if you have injured your knee, whichever knee is injured, make sure you do not exacerbate that. Do not aggravate an injured knee. You want to prevent, injury. You want to prevent ailments. You are not here just to heal. This time, I'm not going to be a chiropractor, so I'm going to leave you with that. We're going to transfer the weight to your left leg. I'm going to bend my right leg at the knee very gently. We're going to grab our right ankle with the right hand. This time I raise. Inhale. Raise my left arm up. Now, if you notice, I've got my forefinger and my thumb in the left hand connected. I like to say make the connection. I really feel that helps us keep our energy within us. So if Padmini and I were not helping each other, I'd probably try to dip my torso. So those of you at home, use a chair, and once you have something steady, doesn't move, look ahead in front of you at an object that doesn't move, you can feel quite steady. You can try going down. Well done, Padmini. Come on, exhale. Let's go down. That's fine, great.
Next time
It's
I'll
all
get
right.
it.
No problem, we'll do it. The point is to keep trying, and the idea is to just mobilize your knee joints.
I used to
That's
do
what's
this asana very good before my injury.
Well,
I was
you'll
able
be
to-
back. I know you'll be back. That's right. So when you do this particular posture especially is wonderful for the quadriceps. It's a great quad stretch, and it helps focus and balance. So when you stretch at home, if you want to use a chair, the back of a chair, the highest part of a chair, that's fine. And if you are much taller, you may want to use a high table. It doesn't matter. Hold on to something. The idea is not to work magic on your body. The idea is to just make your body move, just movement. Let's try the next one. The next one is also a balanced posture. A lot of these are knee benders because we want to get the synovial fluid flowing behind the kneecap. We want the knee joints to get nice and mobile. So transfer the weight to your left leg. Let's go back to a mat. Transfer the weight to your left leg. Raise your right heel. This time, use your hands. We don't even need external props. We've got our arms, we've got our legs. Let's use our own body as our props. Lift the right leg over. Carry it over your left ankle. And if you feel comfortable, if you're ready today, bend your knee, left knee just a little bit. Twine your right foot over your left calf or ankle. Now, your left knee is over, your right arm comes over. Inhale, raise your left arm. So I'm sorry, I apologize. Left arm. Inhale and exhale. Bring the left elbow over the right elbow. Twine your hands and hold. Focus at a point in front of you that does not move. Inhale, unbend your knees, release your right leg, release your arms. Anyone want to take a guess why we release the legs first and then the arms?
No.
So we don't fall out. No, this is a balanced posture, so we want to be sure that.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
There you go. The idea is to be sure you fall, even if we fall out of a posture, that's fine. You just want to fall out gracefully. And you want to fall out with a lot of self-control. So self-control is self-awareness. So the moment we are aware that there is a little bit of distraction in the mind today, possibly the lights might be bothering us. For you at home, you may have something that you're worried about. Concentration wavers. And that's when we are not able to hold our posture for a long time. But if you're practicing on your own, you don't have anyone interrupting you, you have this fantastic music, hey, go for it. Hold for as long as you can. Let's get into the next posture. This one is called Ashwa Sanchala, equestrian posture. We have the left foot back just a little bit. Wiggle your right leg forward as much as you can. The further you get your foot, right foot out, the deeper will be your stretch. So this time what we're going to do is very gently, we are going to bend both the knees. Josiane, be careful. Keep exhaling. Curl your back toe in. Keep exhaling. Bring your left knee to the floor. Great. That's wonderful. And you can place your palm on the ground. That's fine. Place your palm on the ground. Now, the muscle association doesn't permit us to keep our knees too far forward over the toes. So we're going to oblige them as well. But yoga does allow us a few liberties. So what we're going to do, first of all, keep your toes curled in. Remember, if your toes are curled in, there is a little bit of pressure on the knee. So you want to be aware. And your left knee is okay, so you're all right. In the other knee, you want to uncurl your toes, Josiane.
Okay.
But this time, yeah, just for balance, uncurl your toes both times. Now wiggle your toes forward. You've already got your knee bent. Let's come up first. Come up this way. Now we're going to transition directly into the next posture. Now hold your right hand over your right knee. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, take your left elbow over your right knee. Now place your right palm over your left palm. Turn right to look up at the right elbow and hold. I must frequently